What I'm about to tell you is probably one of the hardest things that I've had going through my mind right now. And I've been meaning to make this story for a little bit, but I never knew how to put it in the right perspective or how to say it right. If you're one of the people who have known me for a while or have watched my videos a lot, you would know that every now and then I would post vent videos about what's going on in my life. Now, usually these vent videos wouldn't be too bad. It was basically videos about my parents arguing or them arguing with me. They were like basic vent videos. It was nothing too out of the ordinary. However, there are one or two videos, I think, where I actually went deeper into what I was going through. And there's a lot of reasons why those were made, but they're all sectioned out in different ways, if that even makes any sense. So I figured instead of making a bunch of little vent videos every now and then, I thought I would explain the whole story of what happened, why it happened, and everything else in between. I have no idea how long this video will be. It depends how I put it together and I guess how fast I communicate about it. But enough of that said, let's just get into the video. But before I get started, I'm gonna put some little trigger warnings just in case. And if you feel uncomfortable with these topics, either click off the video or if you want to keep watching, skip the parts that trigger you. Let's go way back into 2022, I believe. This is where it started. I was either 13 or 14, it was one of those, and I had gotten a boyfriend. Me and this person, we were really good friends. This was like a digital relationship, so it was digital, on screen, and we loved to roleplay, specifically Dream SMP roleplays. We would roleplay all day, all night. Anytime we had free time, that's what we were doing. And during those moments, I started to catch feelings, but I didn't know they were catching feelings too. And that's when they confessed to me. And I said, I love you back. And then we started dating. A little time passed, and one day, we decided to do this really big roleplay. It wasn't a post or anything like it usually was. It was us communicating through little DMs, our DMs. And we made this really big roleplay. And I'm going to explain what it is, but I will say you might get uncomfortable when you hear this, but it just depends on the person you are. I was roleplaying as Wilbur, and they were role-playing as Tommy. And they created this new character. I forgot her name, but it was a new character, not on the SMP. That's just a random character they made up. And this character had R-worded Tommy. So Wilbur went to save him. And in order to save him, he agreed to let the woman R-word him. And after that, I believe the person who was R-wording Wilbur came back home and stopped all this, And then Wilbur and the person of the younger person who was R-wording them got together, and then those two got together with Quackity, it's really confusing. It's hard for me to say. So I'll just stop at that part for a minute and flash forward. I'm just gonna say when they wanted to roleplay little intimate scenes, and I think you know what I mean when I say that, let's just say they were not censoring that shit out. They were full on going for it. And I mean, they were going for it. Like, they knew what they were doing. Very soon, I would start getting uncomfortable with this because they were going really far, really fast. Because the characters soon had children. And yes, they made me roleplay through the whole thing, through the getting it in there and, taking it out, the whole pregnancy thing. They made me do that. And, yeah, they had kids. I believe it was 3 of them. And then soon one of their kids fell in love with someone else because they were gay, I think, apparently. And then made me roleplay them doing the devil's tango. And I'm not sure where we stopped, but I know damn well there was a part where the character said, "You're my little kitten," and pulled out a devil's tango toy, if you know what I mean. And we wouldn't stop role-playing that scene until they made me make the character, C-word. Definitely the deal breaker for me was when they would start sending me videos of what they wanted to do to me and the stuff they wanted to wear, which was, it's not even considered clothing what they wanted to wear in front of me. And the biggest deal breaker for me was when they told me that they wanted to, quote unquote, fuck my brains out. There is going to be a part 2 to this, but this part is just so goddamn long that I'm just not gonna go through making a 20-minute long video. I'm just gonna end it here and give you time to recover of everything I've just said.